Yes, as I walk through the uncanny valley of death, you shall fear no evil, for I am that evil.
Alright. Well, yeah, but
Right.
today we're talking about Martyrs from 2008, directed by Pascal Laffier, and written as well by
Oh,
the same.
you brave, brave man. I looked at all the French names connected to this film and just went, I'm not even making an attempt on any of those.
I was gonna ask if you wanted to take a crack at it.
You know what the fucked up thing is? Okay, but we even get started. See, I was like, oh, this is a French movie. It is a French movie, but it's made by a French guy, but it's made in Canada. So it's a French Canadian movie that's not a French Canadian movie, but it's a co production between France and Canada, filmed in French Canada.
Weird. That's such a specific
Just fucked up
thing.
it was trying to like find researcher because everyone's like, yeah, it's a French Canadian movie, but by that they mean it's a French Canadian movie and it's not a French Canadian movie.
It's a French plus
I don't
Canadian,
understand.
not French hyphen Canadian.
Surely there's got to be an easier way to go about that rather than being a French guy trying to make a French movie than working with Canada. Surely there's got to be an easier segue to connect to French Canada than normal Canada and then move into French Canada.
What do you mean?
So why is this a French production and not just a French Canadian production? What's the difference?
Oh, I don't know. Some sort of snootiness, because it is a French Canadian production. It's more of a
It
Canadian
is, and the
production,
director
unless you brought the
French.
whole crew over, right?
Do you want to know another little fun? There was small things I got from interviews of this, nothing much correlating to the movie. But there was one little fun fact that stuck out to me. The director of this film noted one of his inspirations as watching Hostel in the cinema with uncanny classic French film auteur Christophe Gans.
Oh, wild.
I
Okay.
know. Also, apparently, the director is an actor in Christoph Gans' werewolf film.
Huh. Okay.
There's little connections going on.
Yeah, a little bit of pedigree.
But if we're
That's
going by that
Brotherhood of the
logic,
Wolf.
yeah,
Have you
but would
seen
you
that?
then classify? I've not. We've talked about this in our Silent Hill episode, remember?
Right. Yeah, I really want to see it.
So, would you, by that logic, would you consider Silent Hill to be a French American movie?
I guess so. Yeah.
That's fine. We're so deep into wasn't Titan or Titan also kind of French Canadian?
Hmm. That sounds familiar, but I'm not remembering any specific instance, and I didn't look at the production companies on that.
The French really have an issue. I don't know why they can't just make their own films. Why are they just giving them away to people?
It's probably
Surely
cheaper
it
to
costs
hire
so much more
crew
money.
in other places.
Well, the director of Martyrs said because it took them 7 months filming in Canada, they just had to rent a house for over half a year
Well, that can't
rather
be
than
cheap.
buy hotel room. So it's not
Okay.
cheap whatsoever. So like they can't even. That's the thing. People always go, "Oh, French people have no balls. They can't handle anything." And then it's like, "Oh yeah, we want you to make a movie, so we let other people do it. Just do something for yourself for once, France."
No.
Always relying on other people. Anyway, we
Yeah, so
we
if it fails, it's not
like
their fault.
yeah, they can't take any responsibility for anything. Aside from some of the bad things that let happen in World War Two.
We
But
open
again, they'll
up
go, "We didn't
on.
do that.
Oh, no.
We
Excuse me.
we let that happen. We didn't do it."
Sure.
But
Let's
anyway,
get into this right
Chris,
now.
Martyrs. I had advertised this as you finally getting into French extremity.
And then it
Only
turns
for
out
you
I've
to see
seen
you've
this
already
before.
seen this fucking. How does this keep happening to you?
I don't know. Too much weed.
You have, I, s- I saw your letterbox that was like 2 years ago. It wasn't long.
Not that long ago, no. I mean, I was in a whole other relationship at the time. I watched that with my partner. So it's just
What,
like
you just
a life changes I
what,
blocked out, I guess. Living in a different place.
oh, was your ex Will Smith from the Men in Black? Why has it wiped your memory of a film?
uh, sure. Don't we all wish? No. Not anymore, huh?
Nah, nah. Tommy Lee Jones, surely, if anyone.
True. Yeah, he'd be a good just like wake up and do a crossword with Tommy Lee Jones. Drink a cup of
Yeah, he's
coffee.
definitely. I was going to see you get the coffee machine going, and you get the little rocking chair out the front,
Oh, that'd be nice.
watching the sunset over the horizon.
Hell
I
yeah.
feel like Will Smith would have too much energy in the morning. I feel like he'd be very up and at 'em.
Oh, I would hate that. Yeah, no, thank you. I need calm.
So, Chris, what whilst watching, what did you remember of the film then?
It wasn't until we got. Oh, no. Actually, it was looking at the screenshot on the homepage of Lucy holding the shotgun. I went, oh. And then I started watching it, and the opening scene of little Lucy running. I went, huh. And then it sort of went through that whole intro, and then we got to the house, and I just watched the whole family eating their breakfast and whatnot. And then Lucy breaks in, and I go, ah. That's when I realized.
Well, I mean, but it's an infamous movie, so surely you knew what scenes were
Yeah,
going to happen.
I knew I had seen this movie. I just didn't remember that this movie was Martyrs. I've heard about Martyrs so much. I don't know. I just, it was shown to me as a movie that my partner really liked. It wasn't like, hey, let's watch Martyrs. So it's like if somebody was like, hey, I want to show you a movie I really love, and it turns out they showed you Cannibal Holocaust. And
Hannibal
someday,
Holocaust.
Cannibal Holocaust. It
The
turns out
Hannibal Holocaust.
someday someone asks you if you've seen that. You say, I don't think I've seen that. I've heard about that one. But it turns out you have seen it.
Well, I've heard of Cannibal Holocaust, but this Holocaust. This is a new one
It's
for me.
yeah, that's like grade 8. You're not ready for that.
They just throw Anthony Hopkins in with a tribe and record him for a few weeks.
Hell yeah. Uh,
I feel like he'd befriend him quite well. The funny thing is, there's brain consumption in both movies.
oh, interesting. Cool.
And I
Is it
think
Ray
both
Liotta in
real
both of
animals.
them?
One's definitely real. I feel like surely in Hannibal, those animal brains would have just been actual animal brains since it's a food.
That's true. Yeah, why not? I guess if they have to, it depends on what's easiest to film. I would,
Would you be up for trying brain?
I would try it, but seasoned and made like a dish, not just here's some brain.
What if, okay, hypothetically, the dish was the animal's head, but like popped open as a little display plate?
Okay. Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
it'd make
like
for a cool Instagram photo.
like also in Men in Black, like the guy's body opens up.
I see Wally's up and about.
Oh yeah, you can hear him. He's
There's
scraping
just an
away.
ominous chain rattle coming from the back.
He's making a little bed for himself on my bed. He's using his mouth and his paws to drag everything around.
Well, we typically go initial impressions. So, Chris, since I'm the one that was like, this is strange that you've had two people now going, you should watch this film, and it being
I know.
specifically this film.
I've manufactured extra experiences for myself in my life.
So your initial thoughts on Martyrs?
It is good. It's very grim. I like how they don't really pull any punches at all. And it just kind of keeps going. It's tough to watch. I don't... having 40 minutes of this movie just be torture is rough, but it also... you could say that it should be shorter, but then it would be less torturous to watch. And then that feels like it starts to defeat the purpose.
I was going to say, so your initial thoughts of this torture porn flick should be maybe dial down the torture a little bit.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just... Like, it
Not just
feels
once porn.
long and it's unpleasant to watch, but it's not a pacing issue. It's not an issue of construction of the movie. It's of design. It's the intention of the movie, and it works well.
I will say the length is a fair point, because this is an hour 40, and I feel for some reason a lot of the French extremity movies are only like an hour and 20 minutes long. I don't know, even back in the early 2000s, late 2000s, when this whole new wave of French cinema was coming about, they were like, okay, we'll push it, but we're not going to force the audience to sit for too long. I will say, on the hard to watch part, I do feel like I misremembered this as being a lot tamer than it was, but simultaneously I do think oh no, fuck, I fucked it. Oh no, Chris, you know the word.
I don't know what word you're going for. The rep.
Why am I stuttering? The reputation. Fucking hell! Oh my god! Definitely precedes itself. That was diabolical. That was the worst. It wasn't even like I didn't know the word. It was just It was like a stutter. It was like a mental block.
Damn.
I just broke.
You got by the ghost.
People.
Podcast
the scary
ghost.
movie too, bro. I just had a lump in my throat for a solid 2 minutes.
So we have this first section with the kids. What do you think of this?
We do. The opening scene with the kid running screaming, it's definitely effective. It's a good scene. But I will say that due to how fucked up this poor kid is, at first I could not tell that it was a child. Every time I watch this movie, I'm like, oh, it's just an adult.
Yeah. Well,
I think they're just freakishly old as a child.
A little bit, yeah. Because they do kind of look like an adult when you just see that clip of them running.
But why are they so tall? They're supposed to be like, I don't know, 12? Maybe younger?
In growth spurt, I don't know.
Should be playing basketball by the time she's 15.
Yeah,
but
big money.
The opening of this film is really, really, really fast paced, because you get the initial horror, bloody screaming, effective shot, and then we cut to a very... I don't know if you've seen Happy Games. What's that Michael Haneke film?
Funny Games.
Funny Games.
I have seen Funny Games.
Funny Games.
I've seen both versions. I like Funny Games a lot.
It's very reminiscent of Funny Games, the way... Take away the opening torture moment is.
Yeah.
The very sterile, modern, just very kind of banal family scenes. And it's a good contrast for, again, like I say, it's very fast paced. Our main girl, Chris, you've got the names. Help me with the names.
Lucy.
Our main girl, Lucy, fucking obliterates that man. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I
right
don't.
off.
See, I remember watching behind the scenes. I remember this is a shot that was very, very hard to get, and I don't remember why. But Chris, this looks a little fucking goofy, doesn't it?
When the dad gets shot, a little bit.
Specifically the dad. Everyone else, it's a good shotgun shot. It's a bang, and there's a fucking hole, and then they're done. But this man goes flying like 12 feet in the air. I
Yeah,
suppose it's
it's
close,
the
but I feel
most
like surely that. Yeah,
John Woo
go ahead.
of any of their
It is
deaths.
very John. I feel like also surely that's. But at close range, wouldn't you just have like surely your body would stay still and then the affected area would just go.
Yes, because it's nothing's catching in your body. It's probably going through it, if anything.
Because I mean, we've discussed before online. I've seen a lot of fucked up shit online. I've seen plenty of people get shot by a shotgun. I've never seen someone go about 30 miles an hour through the sky due to it. And I'm
No,
unaware
me neither.
why. I suppose it's just to be effective as the first gun blast. Because the rest of the family, again, like I say, they're shot fine. They're perfectly fine. Everything there looks normal. I will say, little side note, I like that the blood splatters, this is going to sound strange, I like that the blood splatters in this film are chunky. There's little bits of people on the wall, and I
Oh
think that's
yeah,
a
it's
very nice
visceral.
way.
You
You
see
never get
them
that.
in the scenes. Yeah,
You don't. I also
because
like the
it is all
contrast.
real. It stays in the set, and people are acting around the viscera, which you don't get when you have CGI blood.
It's not even that. You never see the little bits and pieces, and I feel like that it adds to it so much. I like looking at the one going, well, that's a little chunky. That's rotty, man.
It does. It makes it feel really gnarly, but real.
And it's a good set as well. This is a studio set. They built this house for the film
Nice. It's a
because
memorable
apparently they were
house.
trying to. It's a cool looking house. It's very for some we've had back to back brutalist architecture for some reason. I don't know why this is a running like theme we've got going on. What was before rigor mortis? What did we have?
The first 2B movie was Men.
Men?
Yeah.
Nah, we got that classic British Gothic architecture. That's
Yeah.
fucked up the mood.
Yeah, a little bit. And then we have the house at the end of time. I don't know what kind of architecture is at the end of time.
We're very house focused. This, I suppose, smaller location films are cheaper, thus Tubi can afford them.
I guess.
It can be, surely there's got to be something. And the back rooms is just like walls. It's just architecture. That's all
Yeah,
we've
we're just
got.
doing rooms. This is rooms month.
We're going to need to get like an interior designer or someone on to do like a quick recap of everything we went through.
Yeah.
But
See
yeah,
if
our
we were
girl
accurate.
Lucy goes on a 4-man kill streak. She takes everyone out. I will say
And then
she's
she
looking
shoots the
pretty
ceiling for
damn
good
good.
measure.
And we love a baddie soaked in blood in horror movies.
She looks great.
A girl, she looks incredible for what she's going through. I
Yeah.
tell you, Steve, I was kept up by a little naked demon girl with some metal underpants every night. I would not be looking this great. My hair would not be in as fantastic of condition as hers is. Hers is. I'm fucking up my. It's so bad. I'm losing my voice and I can't speak tonight.
She's got really piercing eyes, which really hold the camera.
She does. I think she's got like a slightly darker skin, and then the pitch black hair that she has really makes her eyes pop.
Yeah.
And it contrasts well to the obscene amount of blood everywhere in this film. But yeah, so
It's a
Chris,
very, like, ready or not, you're next kind of energy.
okay, so Chris, you're a girl, okay, and your best friend
Oh.
possible in a relationship with insane girly phones you up and goes, I've just taken out a family of 4 with a shotgun that I told you I was just going to have a look at. Are you
How
helping her
long
with
have I
the
been?
problem?
How long have I been in a relationship with this person for?
I don't know.
For as long as them? Since they were like kids?
Well, you assume they're in a relationship based on the phone call with the mother. I'm going to count this as queer horror. I feel like this is queer horror.
Don't they kiss?
Do they kiss?
I think
And
they
I
have.
wasn't paying attention to that. Pervert.
I think they have a moment where they kiss.
Was focused on the kiss. He forgets about the movie, but he remembers the kiss.
All right. I just watched it again. Don't do that.
I did watch it, but unfortunately, I was arguing with you on Discord during. I will say this is like, I was thinking back. I think this is my 5th time watching this film, and I was still like, oh, I forgot about a lot of this.
There's a lot going on. What I remembered first off was that there's like 4 different plots that this cycles through.
4 different. Well, I suppose as her as a child, then
It's
her as an
the
adult,
the
and then her
child plot,
friend.
and then it sort of lets you sit in with this family for a moment. Then the family starts getting murdered, and then they show you this effectively monster lady in the house, which, you know, later we realize is an apparition. But for a moment, it feels like a monster movie. You don't know if she's being haunted, which I guess she is, just in a different way.
Well, I assume when your ex was recommending this, I assume you'd heard of Martyrs before. I mean, it's fairly.
Yes.
See, when you first watched this, if you remember, were you like, "What the fuck's going on?" When that little goblin-y ghost is in the care home?
Yes.
I remember being sprung through a fucking loop, going, "Oh shit, this is like the torture film that everyone says." And then it starts off with a little tease of that, and then we're at like a care home with abused children, and there's a little ghost.
Yeah, I don't know, like, what the hell is happening. And it takes a long time for us to get to, you know, it's not until the whole team of people come into the house that I would say the quote-unquote plot of the movie really kicks in. Or, you know, the plot is always happening, but you know what I mean, the core concept.
Yeah, it's strange because usually, again, you've not seen a lot of Friendship Dream, but usually it's an incredibly straightforward plot, and the whole purpose of the movie is to be this sort of new, aggressive, punk style horror filmmaking. But they keep calling it like a gory art house film in the interviews, and it kind of is, because it's like the structure is not your typical movie structure. There's not really a beginning, middle, or end. You're more just with each character even towards the end, you're with the antagonist
It's
for
kind
a
of a
little bit.
hangout movie. It's a hangout horror movie,
A
which is
hangout
fucked up.
horror. It's
Yeah,
also
it's a
kind of
hangout
a
movie like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where there's no real plot, or Dazed and Confused. But this one's a horror movie.
See, I would never have thought about it, but I suppose they don't do too much of the hanging out. I mean,
No, definitely
Metal
not. But
Underpants maybe gets a little bit of a hangout. She gets a little bath.
she does. She gets a little chill. She gets a good makeover.
Okay, so back to what I was saying before we got in. We have Lucy. What's her other girl called? Chris, you've got the names. Help me out.
Oh, it's Lucy and Anna.
Anna. That's very, very English names for a French movie, but sure.
Kind of.
Okay,
Lucy
Anna.
is with an IE if it helps.
That does calms us a little. Okay, so you're Chris. You're a lesbian. You're Lucy,
Okay.
and you have Anna as your toxic girlfriend. Are you helping her dispose of child bodies with
No,
billow
Lucy's the
holes?
toxic girlfriend.
Yeah, I feel like because it seems like okay, it's fair she has her issues, okay, but it seems like this is not a typical thing for Lucy to be doing. I find it kind of insane that Anna's just like, yeah, sure, I'll take charge here.
A little bit. Yeah, you would hope this isn't happening frequently. I
Like I
guess
get,
you are
yeah,
to assume that there's been a lot of mm, freakouts, I guess. Anna's been there for Lucy when Lucy has had a lot of PTSD trauma attacks. And so knowing what she went through, there's maybe a level of acceptance for what she's doing in retaliation. But clearly once Anna sees that, a young girl has been killed, it takes her a lot longer to make that allowance. And
well, no,
I
I'm
don't
all
remember if she
for,
actually does until they get attacked again.
I'm
She's
all
trying to
for the
save
violent.
the mom, actually. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
No, she does. No, I'm all for the violent retribution that Lucy does. I think, you know what, fair fucks for the mum and the dad. I'd imagine the little girl probably doesn't know, but I'd imagine the older boy definitely does know, considering their fucking umbrella laboratory underneath their house isn't that well hidden. Like we stumble across that by accident.
That's not
But
a bad, yeah, deduction.
but I feel like he definitely knows. So yeah, mark his ass as well. The little girl is the only one, but I'm like, that was a bit unnecessary. Come on.
Yeah, you didn't need to.
But yeah, and see the
They
thing is, I
play it well
feel like
though. The way that once she shoots everyone, just sort of aims at two of the bodies, screams, and then shoots into the sky. Like she probably didn't intend to kill children when she went there either, but she just kept shooting.
well, no, because she does pause before shooting the boy. I think she's at a point where she's like, well, fuck, there's witnesses now. So what am I supposed to do?
Maybe, maybe. I mean, she did ask him if he saw anything. You don't think that she just didn't believe?
No, I think it was more just she's conflicted at that moment in
Hmm,
time
that makes sense.
because she's probably like, I don't think it mattered what he said at all to her. I think he was fucked anyway. Honestly, Ella on him for sitting back down. See if I just saw someone run in my house and gun down two people and then tell me to move away from the door and sit down closer to me. See if my head's gone. That's my fault. I'd at least make a
Yeah,
vote for it.
yeah.
But
Why would you sit? You're not gonna. He sits because the audience thinks he won't die because he's a kid, effectively, right?
he's
And
18. He's
he's just
18.
being told what to do, so he'll do it.
The child, I'm sure people at like Cannes and that on first watching were probably taken aback about. An 18-year-old can get it. Who gives a shit?
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, fair. He's a young-looking 18-year-old. They cast him well for the surprise.
Mm. But in Anne's scenario, okay, say someone was like, okay, these things have happened to me, and I found these people, and I've killed them, and I need you to help. I feel like I probably would, but I tell you, I sure as fuck would not be the only person doing it. Lucy, I get she's having issues, but fucking come on, move your ass a bit. See if I chose to help someone hide bodies, and then they kept hiding in the fucking bathrooms, I was moving the bodies. That
True.
would be the last straw.
Yeah, she's just
I think
freaking out the whole time.
what you wouldn't be
She's just
freaking out having to carry the body.
she's telling Anna to smell the bodies.
Yeah, that was okay. That's that would have maybe made me go, I'm not very comfortable in this situation.
Yeah. And it's to affirm, I knew who this person was, but it's still.
Yeah, but like, if all rich people, who cares? But I don't want to be smelling the corpse. It
No.
probably smells great. They probably got some Gucci or shit on.
Yeah, let's
I'm,
get
I'm
their
not giving it a
perfume.
whiff.
No.
Also, in that scenario,
Gross.
you're smelling iron. You ain't gonna smell shit. It's gonna be the smell of blood.
It's grim that they get this job done later in the movie. Oh, here's the kiss. Also, is in the bathroom.
You ever had a? Oh, you're right. Oh, you timed it to perfection, Chris. We must be like on the second.
Yeah, we're pretty
You ever
close, I
stank
think.
out a room with blood before?
No, not in a long time.
We, my first year of college, when we were doing cookery, we ended up with a chicken blood clogging the small sink we have, and see the stank in that room after about an hour and a half, 2 hours. Good God. It was only matched by the entire class once burning a load of chilies and creating like a spice fog that almost took out the teacher.
Oh my god. Spice fog is
It
terrifying.
was because I take it you've never been in a kitchen with a lot of spices cooking at once.
Mm, probably not as many as you're thinking about.
Okay, well, when you cook spice, spice tends to go in the air. So when there's a lot of people cooking spice all at once and then the teacher fucks off, when you don't have a recipe and everyone starts to burn, it's just like, imagine a hot steam
Oh my
invading.
god. No.
It was fun though. It was a good Thai green curry. But anyway, you ain't smelling shit in horse now. That's fucking reeks. Good God.
I would die coughing.
So, Chris, little goblin person, insane makeup. Such good makeup.
Fantastic makeup. It's a lot of what
But
sells this as a real element. If this was a CGI thing, it just wouldn't work.
yeah, the interview with the director, he was talking a little bit about the creature design. He was like, producers kept trying to Americanize it and make it a monster, and he had to fight back against that. And then apparently he had to keep redesigning it because it kept coming across as like too sexual or like far too feminine. Or wanted like this
Interesting.
strange, thick, androgynous. Chris? What situation do you need to be in to get veins like this motherfucker?
Mm.
Because my ass is good
Really
veins.
high
I
blood
don't know.
pressure?
Well, no. Well, if you're
Ingest.
being tortured and you're
Oh,
bleeding, your blood pressure would drop.
that's true. I don't
Because I've
know.
got some
Like,
good ass
inject
veins.
potassium into their veins.
There's the only thing I've seen is like some old people get it, but I don't know what correlation. Like, what situation is it specifically? Some old people get into. What's it called? Varicose veins.
Yes.
Right, that's like one of the one things that when I'm older, I'm like, that's the one I don't want to have. Because I feel like I wouldn't be able to stop looking at it and then playing with it, and then I would get freaked out when I'm playing with it.
You would just body horror yourself.
Why step one? I would. It's like my oh I've looked up varicose veins. Oh, that's no good God.
Alright, let me share
I'm
in
wearing my.
this.
Oh, am I sharing it? Hold on, let me screenshot you this.
Oh.
It's strange. You see it? Oh, have you googled it?
Oh. Yeah. Like worms.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think I
Ooh.
could handle. I'm looking at the people with the little purple and the little blue ones. I think I could handle that more. But see the fleshy, swollen ones, they look
Yeah,
like little
no, not
ripples in
on
the.
that.
It'd fuck up my whole tattoo vibes.
Oh, that would suck.
I didn't know. But anyway, low goblin creature. I feel like I would say they're the worst. part of the gore in this movie. We've hit. Oh no, it's March. Oh, I got excited. I thought we'd hit self-mutilation.
No, not yet.
Would have
Not
been,
for a couple
would have been
months.
a But yeah, for some reason, the main gore I can't handle is I fucking hate thin blades, straight razors, box cutters. That's the one that I'm like, no, that's too far.
Yeah, her getting cut in the back is really rough.
And like, even though I know that in real life, if I get cut by a sharp object or if someone stabs me, the thinner and the sharper the blade, the better. But also, I feel like that's much scarier than just having someone with like a fucking axe take me out.
Oh, yeah, because it's more personal.
It's not because I don't like the thinness of it. Something about the thinness freaks me out. I don't like how
Just,
clean the slice is.
oh, you remember the one in Green Room? That's the freakiest.
The one in Green Room got me bad, and the one in Terrifier 3 with the scalping got me pretty good as well.
Oh, I haven't seen Terrifier 3.
Oh, I feel I genuinely the worst way to fuck me up if you're making a horror movie is see if you took a razor blade to like someone's fingernails and slid it downwards,
Oh,
like the
fuck.
back of the finger. That would be the one. I can't think of anything worse now that I'm thinking about it. I feel like even like on my feet, I wouldn't feel as bad. I feel like my fingers makes it infinitely worse, and I don't know why.
Somebody at my work cut their fingernail a bit with a box cutter the other day,
Oh,
or a couple weeks ago, because we have a safety on our cutter, and he was he was going, "Oh, this thing wouldn't even really stop you from hurting yourself. You just need to put pressure on it. Like if you," and then I just hear him going, "Ah!"
was it like a cut, or was it like just in through the
It
nail?
was a nick. It was a nick, but it's still so funny to nick yourself saying that.
Because I have caught myself in those fuckers at my work, but it only scraped across my nail, and that's made me go, oh. But it just makes me shudder every time I do it.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that. Ah,
And it always leaves that little fucking white mark. It's like God designed a reminder in the human body to be like, this is how badly you could have fucked yourself if your nail
oh,
wasn't you. Bozo.
I cut my hand at some point, and I still have a little white scar. I was cutting a bagel in my palm, the knife going
You were
straight
cutting a
down.
bagel.
Yeah.
Oh, I had some. I had a little like white line straight across my palm somewhere, but you can't see it because of my tattoos now.
Oh,
And it
damn,
was
nice.
sad. I missed that little line. It was such like a perfect 45-degree white line as well. I think it was. Oh, I remember what it was. I was trying to get a spring lock off of like a cupboard, and it was like I don't know, they fucking super glued or built it around the lock, so you couldn't get it out. So I ended up wedging a kitchen knife behind it and prying it,
Oh no.
and then the bounce back caught me.
Oh, that'll get you. Oh my god.
Keep in mind, I have like professional qualifications to say that I handle knives safely.
Where from?
From college, I've got a bunch. They gave me like a big fancy knife set and everything. I've got
Oh,
some
nice.
obscene. Like you ever felt a boning knife?
No.
the the maturity, Chris. Come on now. Well, boning knives are designed to go through flesh straight to bone. They're designed for removing meat off bone, and those motherfuckers are sharp. Good God. You ever want to feel a sharp knife? Buy a boning knife.
Just feel it. Feel the blade and your thumb's gone.
But do you never get that? You pick up a sharp object and your brain's instantly like, okay, touch the edge.
Yes. Yeah, you're like, oh, I want to make
It's like
sure this is sharp, right?
even though it has no effect on me, and if
Yeah.
it is obscenely sharp, chances are I'm just going to hurt myself.
Yeah. There's only a bad outcome.
And it's like it's not even. I get like people who are like, oh, you see like train tracks far below you. You want to peek over the edge and have a look. Yeah, but you're not going to fucking fall. When you put your finger on a blade, you're going to hurt yourself. It's like anytime you look at a stove and go, I could probably touch that if I really tried.
Yeah, if I wave my hand around it real fast. If I, like, run my hand under cold water and then touch it really quick.
Were you ever one of those kids that would try to touch like candle flames and see how long you could hold your hand there?
Less that, and I love waving my finger through the flame and seeing how close I could get it, going back and forth.
Okay, well you're gonna get the autistic side of me in a moment, because my childhood touching the flame wasn't touching the flame, but it was holding on to lava lamps for as long as I could. Like the hot bit underneath.
Oh.
And do you know how many times as a child in the middle of the night my lava lamp went bang, and then I had to run into bed, and then when my mum came in, went, "Oh, the lava lamp broke."
What happened?
I don't know what was going on with that. No, I think just the heat of the bulb in the palm of my hand got hotter and just went bang.
Interesting. That's funny.
I also had to go to A&E for drinking a glow stick as a child, so I wasn't a very intelligent child.
For drinking a what?
A glow stick.
Oh shit. Oh. Uh-oh. Yeah.
And apparently my mum came in and I was just lying there, covered in neon green liquid. Just glowing in the...
Holy shit.
I just look like a fucking zombie.
I bet. That's...
But apparently I was fine.
Horrible.
Okay, this is sidetracked from Martyrs so badly.
Lucy is definitely not chill. You know,
she's not chill, but do you think you could fix her?
Probably not.
Would you make?
She hammers that lady in the head that Anna is trying to save, and then goes on a rampage. And it's...
Yeah, but to be okay in her scenario, though, in all fairness, I wouldn't save that old woman because she's a rich cunt that likes to torture people. I would understand if it's a child, but just bash her head in. That's not my issue.
Oh yeah, I don't even think I don't have an opinion on saving the lady necessarily. It's just this tirade she goes on is obviously wrapped up in everything that's happening and a lot of emotions, but also indicative of something a little deeper. And there's a lot of anger in her smashing the things around because she picked someone else over Lucy.
Yeah, it's definitely not a relationship dynamic you typically want to find yourself in.
Yeah, I think her mom is right all fairness, when she's calling her later in the movie. I hate to say.
Yes, but the only time in one of like any film with the protective mum saying you should not go out with that person is definitely in the right.
Yeah.
But her situation, I'm calling in Lucy. I'm sounding that horn like Gabriel. I'm like, this rich woman's running, go get her. The only part of it that makes me feel bad is her going, "Can you get an ambulance for my children?" That would make me go, "Oh." I'd be sticking on the headphones and listening to it.
And
I'd be on like, the other one.
Wrap the tarp from the shower around her head.
But yeah, okay, so Lucy with the little goblin person. In all fairness, see if I thought I had some connection to this little goblin, but I had to kill people to make them go away, and then I kill people and they're still there, I would be pretty pissed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, she gets mad about that specifically. She says, "I killed them, I even killed their kids," which makes it seem like this demon has been haunting her for a while. And something that she probably hasn't talked about to Anna.
No, she's definitely been, because you see her as the ghost in the care home when they're children.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, so yeah, it has been with her for a long, long time.
Has been with her since the initial torture, and I assume, yeah, because remember, as a child, they find her in the bathtub with her wrist cut open, and she says, "Oh, it wasn't me."
Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
Ah, see, I'm not,
Gotcha.
I'm not, I'm no longer the glow stick eating child. I have some intelligence about me.
Now you use the glow sticks to illuminate your movies.
I, I feel like when, aside from raves, why don't adults ever get glow sticks anymore? Glow sticks are fun.
Glow sticks are pretty fun. I'd like glow sticks.
I had one a couple of weeks ago at like someone's birthday, and I made one of the bands, like the little connector, like long
What
stick
flavor was
ones.
it?
I made a little armband, but then um, kind of like a a green apple, I would say.
Huh? Nice.
Low battery acid apple.
uh,
But yeah, this little ghost.
Lucy cutting her wrists is rough. Are we not to that yet? Did you want to talk about the ghost a little bit more?
No, that's exactly what I was talking about with the little
Okay.
ghost. It comes to a conclusion with the wrist slitting, which that's also one of them went straight down. Like if someone cuts their wrist sideways, that doesn't freak me out in a movie, but straight down the way. Again, I
Oh,
think it's the clean split that fucked me up.
all the way. Oh my god. All the way. All the way.
It's
Really rough.
all the way. Like from shoulder down,
Yeah.
which I don't
It's
know if this little goblin knows exactly where that artery in your arm is.
yeah, it's
But
way
if they
lower.
do, that's impressive. Well, they have to go to the heart somewhere, so maybe it does go up the way.
Maybe. That's
Oh, wait,
true.
I was going to make reference. You've not seen 28 Years Later Bone Temple yet, haven't you? Not?
Oh no, I haven't. Interesting. For wrist cutting
There
in
was
that
a
movie.
fun artery moment. No, not wrist cutting, but there was a good artery moment.
Interesting.
And
Okay. I'm
it's
excited to
actually kind
watch
of
that.
fucked up for the fact that no one had mentioned that scene before I went into the film kind of fucked me up a little.
Shit. All right.
But yet just a small detail during the wrist cutting, the slight tearing noise that the skin makes, absolutely vile.
It's haunting. Yeah, you don't want ripping skin. And that's
I don't even know if skin would make a rip noise. I feel like it'd be too wet. But I suppose it's
maybe.
like dragging, isn't it?
At least, yeah, like young skin. I don't like saying young skin.
So, well, would it be like ripping a heart going through an older person?
Maybe. It's sort of drier.
Oh no, older would be worse because the skin would like fold up as you're pulling. Surely you get like
Oh.
little ripples.
Oh.
Ah,
All right, let's
I didn't even
stop.
think about that. Man.
Why did you?
You know what? You started talking about young skin like you're fucking Richard
I don't think I
Ramirez.
did. I don't recall that.
But yeah, the
So we're
throat
talking
slit.
to our mom on the phone.
No, you missed the throat slit, which again double
Oh,
up from
yeah.
last week. We had another standout in the open throat slit moment.
Do you think this
I
is
would,
too much on top of the wrist slitting?
yeah, definitely. I feel like I get we wanted it to be like a big dramatic moment out in the rain, but also like her wrists are open. That's you're not lasting too long with that. Just hop her in the bathtub, and then you could
Yeah.
parallel them being a child with them being. Do you know what? That's a fun Google search. How long would you live after slitting wrists?
Oh no. Someone's gonna knock on your door right after you Google this.
I'll make sure I put long ways. Help is available. Speak to someone today. Available 24 hours.
Yeah, bud, you're googling long ways. Slitting your wrist
How long
long
does it
ways.
take to do? But how long? No, I know that is fatal and can you go to A&E with mental health? That's not. I'm not. This is research. Oh, here we go. Quora. How does slitting your wrist kill you? Does a doctor in here talk about it?
I've found if you want to Google stuff like this, you have to Google for a book or in a story.
But is that not the AI workaround?
Oh, maybe.
They're slitting wrists in a story. Do you know what's fucked up? I actually had to use that method specifically earlier when I was looking. No, I don't need good Samaritans. Please.
You need some help. You seem really intent.
Now, this is someone that's talking about bleeding from a. Maybe if I go to like the fucked up images, I'll do. Woo! Okay, I'm not good. Jeez. Oh,
He turned the wrong corner.
oh, I was jumping. I thought Google blurred that stuff. Now I was going to go. Okay, maybe some disturbed individual that was posting about it would
A
have
lot,
comments on that
apparently.
I could look at. But oh my god, that was some nasty stuff. Okay, Martyrs isn't too bad actually.
You just heard some trauma live on air.
Oh. I've seen that stuff before, but I've never seen things as open as that.
Oh no.
Oh.
I'm
Anyways,
uncomfortable with the phrasing.
as I was trying to I did that method earlier with the finale of this movie, and I also wasn't getting good results for that. But yet, our our feminist queen Lucy, she's gone.
I don't think you would live long at all if your whole skin was taken off. Even if you're in a sterile environment, I think you would shut down.
You know, we can get to that when because does that happen in this movie? Maybe it does. Maybe it doesn't.
All right, we're gonna play it like that.
But so this is when Anne she gets the phone call from her mum, as you were trying to mention earlier. Was
I
you
think
want to say
her
about that?
mom,
Yeah, she does phone her
because
mum. You're right.
her mom gets upset about her never calling.
No, but what I garnered from the beginning of our conversation and the fact that she was in a care home, I got the feeling that like she was taking away from her mum, and then she's like, "So why are you trying to call me now?" Like this is like a very very estranged relationship.
It seemed that way. Yeah.
Because I'm watching it right now. She's like, "So are you trying to make me feel guilty? You think I don't blame myself? You
Mm.
think my head's not filled with all the crap that I did?" Which using crap instead of shit in a movie like this is a very strange writing choice.
It
Like
could be
pop
a
off.
subtitle thing.
It could be. I feel like I
Do they
always
say
find it for
Meryl?
some reason. Whenever people say crap in a movie, it always rubs me wrong because I'm like, you can't just say shit. Like it's not going to affect your age rating. No one
Yeah.
said crap in real life.
No, it would have to be very character specific.
Like a stoner dude in like an early 2000s, I could hear him saying crap, and that's like,
Yeah, like a Mormon.
yeah. How
What the
many of people
crap?
did that? Holy crap, guys! Well, you couldn't say holy. That's blasphemous.
Oh shit. Oh
It's taking it
shoot.
in vain.
Oh
That's us.
shoot.
That's us. We're not seeing the other end of martyrdom. Well, at least I'm not.
I never would.
But so this is where Anne she finds her little Resident Evil secret bookshelf laboratory.
Yeah, she
Okay.
finds a little staircase or a ladder leading down, metal ladder leading down into a metal room.
It's strange how fantastical this element is, despite the rest of the film being kind of mostly
It
grounded. Like, the end concept isn't, but
Yeah, it feels, and they don't let you down in there really until later in the movie, so it feels very mm, amorphous or like unknowable. Like, what's down there?
Yeah, and then this is where we find Metal Underpants Lady, who's
Yeah,
not having a good time whatsoever.
no.
Now, I can't even tell what is what torture method requires metal knickers.
Uh, that's a good question. As far as I'm
I
aware,
don't
the
burn them.
headgear is because she keeps thinking she has bugs on her. That's
Yeah,
why
but
they blind her.
does her headgear not cover her eyes?
Doesn't really, right? Not entirely.
But isn't like the whole point of this organization is looking for a specific thing to happen in someone's eyes? So surely
Oh,
dressing them up like stripper Iron Man arc like Mark One doesn't help
yeah, I think
your
this lady
career.
is far gone. I think they
But
were
it
just
isn't.
keeping her until they had a new person, basically.
But like it seems like these people. I don't get the feeling that they do this for fun. To them, it's like out of necessity. They see this as a necessary thing that they have to do, and this is just this weird infrastructure they've set up for it.
Well, maybe they're still running tests on her, or they really are just trying to find the next person and haven't yet.
Oh, we skipped past the Louvre of almost dead people with some fucking freaky looking eyes.
Wait, what do you mean?
She goes through her little Resident Evil hallway, and they've got these like wall displays of like almost dead children.
Oh, I didn't cop that at all. I'm
not
gonna
not
rewind.
the best, in interior design decision. I personally wouldn't go for it. Maybe if it
No,
was in
I
a
don't think
more,
it gives you the right mood.
maybe in like a more artistic way, like if it was a cool painting of it, perhaps. But the actual photos themselves, I feel like that may cause bad vibes if I ever invite someone over.
Oh yeah, these photos of the people with their eyes.
Well, I suppose it's in the goon cave, innit? No one's going to see it.
No.
Sure, put what you want, I suppose. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
looking at
just
the
go
lady.
into it.
She's got her eyes covered. Robert, how are you supposed to tell if she's reaching martyrdom?
I think they're just long gone on that one. You know, I think maybe it's been a week or two since they put that thing on her, and they're trying to figure out what other tests they can run on her before they kill her because they don't have anyone else to use right now.
I do like that we decided that she should keep her hair. We appreciated how nice this lady's hair was and went, okay,
Yeah.
she's the one. We'll let her, we'll take a little bit of the scalp, but not at all, so she can still enjoy
Or
that.
flip side, did they say, "Oh, this lady's hair is not valuable enough to her"?
They found a photo of her with a skinhead a few years back, and they're like, it's not going to do anything. But yeah, I need to wonder how they did the makeup for it, because surely it's not full body makeup. I feel like this has to be like a suit of some kind.
It's a good
But she's also real
question.
skinny. She's real skinny. You know
Yeah,
how
that's what I
skinny
was
the
thinking about while I was watching it.
But yeah, this is. I feel I get they probably had to do it. I'd imagine censorship issues probably aren't going to let this amount of violence and complete female nudity get away without being like unrated or X-rated. So I get why they had to add the metal underpants. But at the same time, I think we look pretty fucking goofy.
They do. They're kind of space agey.
We don't even look like they fit her. Why do you give her granny pants? You're gonna release like streamline them?
How do those stay on?
I assume bolted on like the headpiece.
Yeah, I guess so.
Must have get.
Oof.
I tell you, I
Those would
thumping
still
migraine.
fall off at some point. Those bolts would not hold in your skin and bones forever, right? Especially if you're not getting enough nutrients.
Nah, I feel like there's little holes in like your hip bones, isn't there? If you screwed something through that, is that not
You
when
think,
if you get
even
like?
with your hip bones moving around, something wouldn't break off eventually?
Oh, I don't think she's being too mobile, Chris.
True. Well,
I
when
don't
she's
think
doing
she's
her
got a.
daily sprints, her burpees.
That's how she stays so skinny down there.
Yeah.
Wherever
Good
they're
cardio.
treating her well with the green slop.
Oh my god. That scene of her cutting her wrist is really rough. Trying to
Oh,
peel
yeah,
all the
you're
skin off.
speeding ahead. But yeah, I do like that this is supposed to parallel Lucy's trauma with not helping the girl. I wonder if it's the same girl because they do look incredibly similar.
They
Obviously
do, and
not.
I've thought that both times, but it can't be, right?
No, I'm not meaning like it's the same woman 15 years later, or if that's what they're meaning. That's a bit fried. But I wonder if it's just the same actress we've got in for both of it to help make
Oh,
that
no, it's
parallel more
not.
clear. It's not.
No.
It must just be a good. Well, I know they use prosthetics in this, so maybe it's a new face.
Maybe. They look similar. They do.
But yeah, this is the main scene. But I remember when first watching it, I was like, okay, that's a little. That was putting me off a little bit. Removal of the screws from inside of the head was a bit. I wasn't a fan. I don't know. Maybe it's because I get migraines. I'm more susceptible to going, ouch, head pain.
No, that one is rough. That's the most, like, visceral image that's not something. That's something new, I guess. You know, like the wrist cutting stuff is all really effective, but it's also very rote. Not rote, but you've seen it. You've seen some version of it before. The staples in your skull is rough.
I also see the moment I was discussing earlier in the Discord where it was like, oh, it's funny I was talking about Martyrs, and I immediately found a giant imposing, obscenely large screwdriver. It looks identical to the one used in this. I was just like, oh, that's
It's
a
good
funny
luck,
little
I think. You
coincidence.
got to keep that around.
Maybe it's just one of those. See, you get the philosophy that because the full universe is made of energy and energy moves in patterns, that on a macro scale it affects the like on a giant scale, so the universe moves in like rhythms and there's patterns and shit. Or am I just
Yeah,
like too
so
deep
one of those
into
is screwdriver.
Yeah, one of those is the universe has placed a screwdriver there because it knew I was watching Mars today.
I think that's right.
Just something a little bit spooky to spice up the day.
Hell yeah. There's something really grim about Lucy getting buried in the hole along with everyone who was already in the house. Like, that. These people coming in. Have we talked about the group of people that have invaded the home yet? I don't think we've actually talked about them yet.
We haven't. No, we've just been talking about um our poor tortured woman here.
Yeah, so the lady, she gets her skull, skull cap taken off, and then starts running around the house, like banging into things. She takes a knife and starts to cut her wrist, but like shaving the skin off. And she's just having a miserable time generally. Do you have any other comments on this lady before we move past her sequence?
No, mostly just the fact that um the the feeling of bugs crawling over your skin is a genuine psychological issue that certain people have, and I found that it's a very cool um little thing that they took from. It's like an actual thing that happens to people. Slight side note. I remember as a child finding a Freddy Krueger comic book and being like, "Oh, but isn't this cool?" And the story was about him making a man itch so bad in like the dream world that in the real world he couldn't stop scratching at his skin, and he was like using knives and blades to flay himself to bits.
Dude, I fucking hate
Um,
that.
and it was very. I remember this is metal as fuck for a comic book. God damn.
As someone with a
And
skin
also,
condition who scratches myself in my sleep and then wakes up with cuts, that's horrible. That's so scary.
well, maybe Freddy's got it in for you.
Maybe.
Remember, I was on Elm Street in New York.
Oh no. That's a fun idea. You could do some cool imagery with that.
Oh well, I mean, you could actually do that. See, if you wanted to move Freddy Krueger out of Elm Street, the whole thing of Freddy Krueger gets his power from the fear of people. Guarantee if anyone lived up, there's an Elm Street near me in Glasgow. I guarantee kids that heard of the Freddy Krueger and Elm Street legend would be like, "Well, I live on an Elm Street. That's scary," and then he could use that fear to get into other Elm Streets.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And then people in cities would hear about this creepy guy who's at every Elm Street in the world.
Yeah, and it would spread. That would be. There you go. You could make them international. I was trying to think of where you would put them, but like I can't think of anywhere where Freddy wouldn't just be racist towards people.
Oh,
But oh yeah, I was also just gonna say that would make for an insane like found footage contagion movie, where it's like an itch so bad that people are hacking themselves to bits.
oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, that's
We'll,
sort
we'll,
of.
we'll launch a Kickstarter.
One more time.
We'll launch a Kickstarter. What would we
Oh
call
hell
it,
yeah!
Chris?
For oh,
For some reason, my
uh,
brain went pins and needles, which isn't an itching sensation, but it is a sensation in the body. Yeah.
Grumblebees.
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 How does that relate in any way to the concept of the film?
Grumble because they're hungry, and bees because there's a lot of them. They're buzzing around.
So is it the bees that spread this disease?
No, no, no. There's no bees.
There's no bees.
No, there's no bees. It's just people.
Well, there's one right in the title, Chris. You just said there's one in the title.
No, the people are the
There's
bees.
at
It's
least one
metaphorical.
bee. It's a metaphorical bee. Can
There's
we
like a
feature a
queen,
cameo
maybe.
from Gumblebee, the alter ego of Gumbus the cat, in her Bumblebee costume?
What?
Okay, well, you can talk about the organisation coming in whilst I find you photos of Gumblebee.
Oh, great. Okay. Sounds good. Alright, well, these people come into the house and they shoot this lady in the head. And then they start taking Anna captive. And before anything else, they have two people out in the yard bury all the bodies. Which is what I was mentioning earlier. It's a grim moment because it really paints the point of what was meant to happen in this house has happened. That is over. Anna should not have come here. This whole thing is concluded and she's stuck here now and there's nobody else that can help her. It really
I
makes
do
it
like
feel
how,
dire.
yeah, I love how methodical their entrance is, because you don't even hear them come in. It's bang, then there's already four people in the house. The bodies are instantly being cleaned up, and she's already on top of Anna, making sure she can't leave.
Yeah,
It's very
it's
professionally done.
quick.
It lets you know that this is a thing that has happened many, many times. Hold
Yeah.
on, I'm trying to send stuff in chat, and it keeps popping up Craig stuff, and I'm like, I don't want to end this recording. Please, no, for the love of God.
For the love of God, don't end this podcast.
I was about to say, it's saying press slash to start recording, but it says started recording an hour and a half ago. So I'm just not. I'm late. I'm not going to send you in that. Hold on. I'm going to. Yeah, we're definitely recording. Okay, I was so scared there. I'm going to our DMs and you'll see Gumblebee in all her glory.
Okay.
But yeah, as I was saying, I love how, because it shows that this is Like, not a new thing
Oh,
for these people. See?
oh,
No, on
that's
a
pretty
Bumblebee
cute.
thing.
Yeah, or let's just make a movie about Bumblebee. Big
I love
eyes.
Bumblebee. Huge eyes. Actually, too much pressure behind her eyes. She has to go to the vet for it.
Oh, really? Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh, but if we're going to internet cat talk, there's a sort of second Gumbus has hit the tower. There's a there's a new cat that looks identical to Gumbus called Goblin.
Goblin?
Goblin and Gumbus. And they're both basically the same cat, and I love both of them.
Goblin cat. Oh, if I search that, I get a type of cat.
Yeah,
Oh, I
people
see it
people have
now.
tried. Well, hmm?
I see him now on Insta or on Facebook, I guess.
What, Goblin the cat?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's adorable. Okay, but anyway, these people are in. You wanted to talk about Lucy being put with the bodies.
Yes. Yeah, it's just a good way to close out the first two acts of the movie, basically. Not even act. The movie doesn't really run. I mean, that is what it is, but it also, it feels like another episode. It doesn't feel like a concluding act or sort of something flowing into the next, the way a movie normally does. Anyway, it
Yeah, they
closes
pull
it
a
out. It thematically shifts.
yeah, they
This
pull
is
a
something that
psycho on you
Anna's
and swap out the
experiencing.
cabin.
What?
But yeah, this is when I said they pull a psycho on you. This is when the protagonist gets swapped out. Hi, you thought this was the protagonist? Aren't you a
Yes.
dumbass? It's actually this person now.
Right, exactly.
But also, they're not the protagonist because they're not the hero. They're now just about to be tortured for 40 minutes. Enjoy. But this is where we also get
Yeah,
the introduction of Madame Cell. Is that how you pronounce her name?
I don't have her name.
We'll call her
Oh,
Madame because I feel like it's her. It's something similar. I like her design. She seems like she would be just someone's granny. I find that quite fun that that's the main villain. It's just a little old woman. But she does have like a very intimidating air about her. She's played incredibly well.
she has great makeup. Like her whole character design is really well put together.
Yeah, do you know, that's one thing about this film. The character designs were not obviously it's not like this isn't fucking the MCU. It's not like people run about in incredible costumes, but everyone's very visually distinct. Like you could show me a wardrobe and I would go, oh, that would be that character's wardrobe.
True, yeah. Interesting.
But yeah, so this is when we get the ethos, the pathos. What one of that's the correct one? The os. We get the os of this little organization where she explains the
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 ethos, yeah.
methods in which they use. Yeah, their ethos to why this whole situation's going on, which is and they seem not tied to any specific religion, but more just the belief that there is something after death, and when the human body pushed to its extreme edge on the verge of death, some people have like the potential to be in an in between state where we can see into the afterlife, and they're trying to figure out what that is. And again, as we're speaking, I'm looking at the Madame's little glasses, and they're so fucking sick. My God, I love those little glasses. Even a little. I like it. It's not an important thing, but towards the end of the movie, where she's taking off her makeup and she takes off her hair extension, which you can't even see she's got her hair poking out of her uh, like little head towel she's got going. You never
No, you
notice it. I
can't.
just think that's
That's
a
just
little.
for her.
But she's like, it just like adds into the character. Like She's always got this makeup on. She's very well dressed. She has this little bit of fake hair. She's got a focus on self. I don't want to say hedonistic. It's not the right word. What's the word I'm looking for here?
Yeah, I didn't want to say vain because, she just looks good. There's nothing. I don't want to inherently cast a negative shadow on just taking care of your appearance, but there is definitely attention drawn to her and the amount of time she spends being presentable and keeping up with the world, I guess. Yeah,
And
the
it's
point when she
definitely,
takes everything off is, oh, this wasn't worth it.
yeah, and it's definitely an intentional thing because they draw focus to her taking off her makeup. And I don't. If any other characters in the film have makeup on, it's very, very subtle. It's very natural makeup. She's the only one with like actual makeup on. I suppose it just adds to like her level of prestige, I guess, amongst the rest of them. She's very well
Yeah.
kept.
Yeah, it really makes her pop. Like, it looks good.
Also fun. I like. It's a good idea for um a torture film to push people to the very edge of life to try and see into death. That's awesome. That's so sick.
Yeah, it really is.
And you know the fucked up thing was the director was talking about how he wrote this script incredibly fast. He just got a phone call by a studio going, "We like your movies. Can you make us a genre film?" And he was like,
What?
"You'll bet."
Okay.
And he made
I,
the best extremity movie.
he was very suicidal at the time, apparently,
Oh, I
which
didn't know about that, but I feel like that
comes through a
probably
lot.
reflects the yeah.
Yeah. It's
So this is
it's
hmm?
basically a movie about two people killing themselves, and then the second person at the very end going, you know what, you don't even want to know. Being alive is worse than dying, so just don't kill yourself.
No, but it's like it's even indicative of Lucy's character, how she has a horrifically traumatic thing happen to her, and she just seemingly never recovers from it, and she's just trapped in that cycle of violence until she ends up in the exact same position as the people that inflicted violence on her.
Yeah.
Both
Yeah.
her
Just
children,
completely
and
wrecked.
both yeah, and both are now dead in the exact same place, just rotting in a back garden. Which
Jeez.
I suppose is where you get Anne's her minuscule, her tiny little win with during her torture scenes. Seemingly, she just goes, "Do you know what? I can fuck with these people." Is like a last resort. Like I know I'm trapped here, so I'm going I'm going to fucking ruin this person's life. Which good way to go out. I suppose that could also be seen as a form of martyrdom. That she knows she's going to die, so she's going to use her last moment as like a way to stand up against the people doing this to her.
You think she lied when she whispered?
What do you mean she lied? You don't hear what she said?
No, I didn't.
No, that's what I'm saying. You don't, and that's very very
Oh,
purposeful.
yeah, yeah. No, I mean, but you think that it was a ruse, is what I'm
Maybe,
asking.
but that's the
Interesting.
thing. You okay? We'll talk about that when we get to it.
Yeah,
But
we'll get to it.
torture, we have the most annoying form of torture I think I've ever seen in a movie, which is just a man comes in and slaps you every time you move. How fucking infuriating is a torture method?
And then he just stands around and waits for you. Really
It's not
awful.
even, oh, we're going to inflict pain in you, it's we're going to inflict pain and be a dickhead.
Yeah.
It doesn't work for like pushing the body because you would get really fucking angry so fast and you would
Hmm.
burn out of all your energy. But yeah, I feel like, I mean, I suppose I mean, it's not particularly positive, but I suppose at least she gets some fast torture. She gets beaten a bit and starved and her hair shaved. But it seems to be like maybe over a week, 2 weeks. Enough time to clean the house. They did a good job at cleaning up the house, I suppose.
Yeah, that's true. Very, very efficient. Probably called those John Wick guys in.
I don't know if you get this in America, but you ever had 60-minute makeover?
No.
Well, the premise of the show is people that have a kind of messy or unkempt house, or just like lower income people that can't afford new furniture or to look after things in the house. Their family convince them to stay out of the house for, they say, an hour, but it's always clearly like a full day, and they just lie. But we'll say
That's
an
funny.
hour, and then they get a full team in to completely make over their house straight away, and they do a big reveal. It sounds like a nice thing, but see if I left my house for an hour and came back and all my furniture had been replaced with new shit, I would be so fucking upset. I'd be like, what the fuck's your issue?
We have home improvement, which is, I guess, our version of that, which takes longer. It's like a week or so that they're out of the house and they build a whole new house, which I'm sure has worse property taxes once they're done with it.
Yeah, I think I remember, aren't most of the houses like barely fit for use and like incredibly dangerous?
I think so, yeah.
It's like the classic Pimp My Ride where the cars are just barely usable by the end of it. And
Exactly,
sometimes
yeah,
not
because they're
even
putting
road
swings in them or whatever.
To be fair, I would see if I came back and someone had installed a swing set in my room, I would be very happy.
Yeah, I'd be chuffed.
I was also it's also asking for an injury, because at some point your ass is falling off in that swing.
Yeah, it's like a trampoline.
I feel like trampoline shouldn't be legal because you can jump up high enough that you can just break a bone by landing. That's
Yeah, you
not
could just
safe.
die.
I once jumped on a trampoline and one of the springs on the outside ripped, went flying into the air and smashed me in the head.
Fuck.
I've
I
had a lot of stories.
knew someone who broke their leg because it got stuck in the crevice of a trampoline when they fell down.
Oh, well, like a
Yeah.
proper snap.
I don't remember. I don't think it was that bad. No, it definitely wasn't that bad. But
Oh,
I've
I
used
was
that.
thinking
I
like a
had used
full
that same
flap.
trampoline.
Oh, good God. I was thinking like full on compound fracture level
No,
pop.
thank God. No.
Do you know the
Fracture,
fucked up thing
maybe.
about this one? The momentum of the trampoline wouldn't stop right away, so you get like a little boing on your broken leg.
Fucking hell. It might just rip your leg off.
Oh, that's great. I like a lot of this episode just been me moaning in discomfort.
That's a good horror episode. The the worst torture they do to her is like feeding her guacamole slightly too fast for her to eat it.
You're so right, that definitely is guacamole. Oh my God. There's like no other food substance that's that green.
I don't know. Wasabi?
Oh, fuck that. No, that would be. See if someone was just force feeding you piles of wasabi. That would fuck you up so bad.
That's fucked. I could see it being wasabi. I don't know what else it would be besides those two.
Think of a diarrhea afterwards. Good God.
Yeah.
Your ass would feel like fucking Elon Musk's flamethrower. Oh, okay.
The
Anyway,
one that would drive me nuts also is getting my hair cut while a guy's shoving my head around. That would make me really angry.
see if you're going to torture me and cutting my hair is the worst one you're going to go for, Jack. That's kind of chill.
But
I take that
shoving my
over.
head around like that, I would get really pissed.
I would get pissed, but I'd take that over the fucking guacamole.
Fair.
You ever had avocado pasta? It's like the worst dish you'll ever have in your life.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah, I had an ex make that once, and I had to pretend it was nice, and it was one of the worst culinary experiences I've had in my
Oh my
life.
god! I thought you were just
But
making that up.
nope,
That sounds
it's just
disgusting.
avocado slop with pasta.
That's it. You just like put an avocado in
But
the pasta and you mush it around.
yeah, you like season it and stuff. It's not good. It's not good.
Horrible.
Anyway, on to the worst torture that this poor girl has to go through. The very famous scene, but I will say I feel is a little lackluster compared to what people make it out to be. The flaying. We love a good flay. You don't see too many flayings.
No. Thankfully.
I can only really think of this and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And I feel like Buffy the Vampire Slayer was much. No, happens
Who
twice
gets
in Buffy the
flayed in
Vampire
Buffy?
Slayer. A guy gets his skin like just ripped up in one go, and then there's a little goblin man that paralyzes people that like slowly like strips off flesh to eat.
What the fuck is going on in Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Buffy gets fucked up in the later seasons.
Oh, what the hell? I started it
I mean,
at
it's
some
got some
point, but I
good.
couldn't get into the first season.
Wentworth Miller's like a gay shark, I think.
Well, excuse me. Okay.
What? Yeah, he's like a little gay high school boy, and then everyone's like, "It's okay, you can come out as what you are." And he's like, "No, but I'm secretly a little shark boy that eats people."
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
There's some good shit in Buffy. You should get to, but there's a haunted house that takes energy from orgasms, and then
Oh.
Buffy and her boyfriend can't stop fucking for like an hour straight.
Oh,
Like it's
shit.
called a poltergasm, which is quite fun.
Okay. Hell yeah. Interesting.
There's also a cyborg with like a laser minigun at one point. I think that was really bad. That was not a good. There's invisible sex in Buffy. There's a lot of strange sex in Buffy. If you
Interesting.
want to watch your way through
Okay.
that show.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, I feel like the flaying is. I get they're trying to do the less is more on the showing, but you don't get good deglovings in cinema. Degloving is like one of the worst things that I
You
think a
want to see the
human being can
skin
have.
departing the other skin.
I want to see it like slop off. I remember
Yeah.
in high school, I knew some strange people, and there were some people that would go, "Have you ever seen this fucked up degloving video?" And I get random horrible shit sent to me. You ever
Oh,
seen someone
horrible. Oh,
deglove
no.
their finger with a ring?
No, thank you.
Nah, never wear your ring too tight. You end up with like a little meat sausage and a bone.
Oh, my God. Okay. I don't
Oh,
have any
speaking of,
rings,
we got back to
thankfully.
Final Destination Bloodlines. It was like
What?
the one thing in Bloodlines that got me pretty bad. You've not seen Final Destination, the new one?
Nope. Nope.
Well, there's a very good blink and you'll miss it degloving and that.
Oh, shit. All right. I'm trying to think of. There's a degloving I can think of in a movie with a handcuff, but that's not coming to me.
Is it Hitcher, maybe? Or does he just break
No.
his hand in it?
Haven't
I
haven't
want to
seen
say
The
Law
Hitcher.
Abiding Citizen, but I think that's also just Jared Butler in handcuffs, like in The Hitcher.
Yeah, probably.
Is there not a flaying in Law Abiding Citizen?
Mm, who?
He's definitely
He
torturing that
tortures a
guy.
guy at the start, but I don't think he flays him.
Ah, boo. No, Joe, we've had a degloving in our very first episode.
Oh shit!
A guy gets
Interesting.
he gets his hand peeled and then he gets his face gone. I don't think you can
Yeah.
consider your face being degloved though. I think that's just taking your face off.
Yeah. That's just you don't have a face anymore.
I feel like if you deglove a head, then you're just a skeleton and dead. You're not really degloved.
I guess not. That's too much philosophy for me at midnight.
Anatomy philosophy. But
Yeah.
Chris, okay, your opinion on the flay?
The flay is good. It looks good. It's uncomfortable to look at.
Yeah, the one thing I
Uh,
think really, I'm like, that's a bit. This is the second time I've used grotty, but I'm going to go with grotty because I think there's a good adjective for it. But the raw feet touching the floor,
oh
that doesn't look. That doesn't seem nice.
no, the whole like raw appendages touching things is so awful. Like that's gotta hurt because what's her face was
Hmm.
screaming in the bathtub when just a little bit of exposed skin was touching the water.
Okay, now this is where my earlier research I mentioned came in. Apparently, if in a surgical setting, from what I've seen, a lot of people theorize, because funnily enough, getting entirely bodily skinned is not a very common occurrence. You
No, unless
probably
you had
would
like a
survive
parasite or something.
for like they say a few hours if you're lucky or unlucky, maybe a couple of days in a completely sterile environment. Apparently, apparently, the worst part about it is hypothermia exposure because your body wouldn't be able to circulate heat, so you would be
Oh,
fucking freezing.
oh, that's horrible. Okay.
Hence why we give her a little towel to to stay modest in.
Jesus.
Oh. I'm fighting my throat going away, and I can feel stomach acid coming up. I'm so glad we're closing up on this. But so she seems to reach enlightenment on her little saw rack.
It's a
There you
great
go. Oh,
shot pushing into her eyes.
there we go. Oh, she's a martyr. Get the madame woman, and we seem to throw a party, which I think is a very strange. We start setting up for this little gathering. But we
Yeah.
see Anne whisper into the madam's ear something. I say this combined with the end is like top five horror movie endings just ever. It's so good.
Yes. Yeah. That's a great. It's like pushing at a Lovecraftian horror.
Like how do we turn
Conceptually.
violent torture flick to like existential pondering so quickly?
Yeah.
Chris, what do you think our homegirl said to the madame?
Um, my interpretation comes from the vibe of the movie, sort of working through the aesthetic of the movie. I feel like Hellraiser. Like she sees Hellraiser is all that happens after you die, basically.
See, the my understanding of it is no matter what she saw, it doesn't matter because okay, say their philosophy is true and there is this sort of religious afterlife. Madame now knows that she's done all these horrible things and the afterlife is real. So she's fucked. On the
True.
other side, if it's not real, she's done all these horrible things and the afterlife doesn't fucking exist. So she's fucked.
Yeah.
Which is why it's such. I don't know how this man just whipped this ending out of his ass
Oh, so
because we
good.
get we get the party where her little waiter is trying to retrieve her from the bathroom as she takes off her makeup.
This is very funny.
And, and oh, what's the exact quote? I know the end line. We'll talk about this a little bit more. I'll fast forward it to get to it as we talk about it. But like it's
Oh,
I
it's like,
can't
can you imagine what's after death? Like, keep imagining, or keep
no yeah. He
thinking you
says,
can't.
"Can you imagine what happens after we die?" And he goes, no." And she goes, "Well, keep doubting." As she
Yes.
blows the back of her head off.
So good.
Such a good line. Oh my god.
It's what's funny is that she calls him back. He almost walks away, and then she calls him back down the hallway to ask him that.
But like, what does that even mean? Does she mean keep doubting, as in like doubt in the existence of an afterlife, as in hinting that this was all for nothing, or is she like, okay, we're this is horrendous. We're all beyond fucked. Religion is real. just keep doubting, just pretend that doesn't exist.
Yes, that's how I interpret it. Is, oh my god, we don't even know.
Oh, and that's
I
what I
take it
mean
as
by
a
it's like,
Lovecraftian ending, pretty much.
but it's so good because no matter what your takeaway from it, her actions are completely valid and make sense for the narrative. There's nothing in this film that you can grasp on and be like, oh, it's probably this or it's probably this. Everything works cohesively.
Yeah, it's very well put
Well,
together. I didn't even fully clock that until you said it.
and then, like, say there is an afterlife. Unfortunately, that does mean Lucy is forever trapped in this torment. She probably will not find peace, which is a bit shit.
True.
But on the plus side, Anne, well, I suppose she did help hide a child's body with a shotgun hole in it. Right, so maybe she's not going either.
She tried to help that lady escape.
Okay, probably no one's winning then. I think, yeah.
She enabled Lucy to kill 2 children.
She didn't know she was. I wonder if God works as like a guilty by association thing.
Yeah, I'm wondering too. Is he a cop about it?
Maybe he's gonna chill though. Maybe he's like, okay, you did this bad thing, so this is now your punishment for it. You're here with these people, and then you get to reach enlightenment.
This kid gets to shoot you 20 times with a shotgun, and then you're good.
You know what? I feel like I'd rather get shot 20 times by a shotgun, so I'm just like in pieces and then come back, rather than 20 times with a handgun. Because I'm still mostly intact. I feel like I'd suck to move.
Yeah, that might. I mean, it depends on how you get. If you get shot dead with the shotgun, then yes. But either would hurt.
Like, you ever had keyhole surgery?
No.
Oh, I had keyhole surgery. I have so many random stories. But I
What is
ended up with
that?
4 holes. It's where rather than it was in my abdomen, so rather than completely open my abdomen to do surgery, they they like make 4 different incisions. One with like a flashlight, one pumping Erin to open it up, and then the other two for like surgical tools to reach in and wiggle about. So I ended up with
Oh,
4 holes in the stomach, and she trying to fucking move whilst that's healing. It sucked so bad. And I didn't think about it.
okay.
I saw someone talking about it the other week where they're like, you're essentially feeling what being stabbed 4 times in the stomach would feel like. You know, like, yeah, okay, that kind of checks as to why that sucked so much.
That's horrible.
If
Damn.
you want a good grizzly fact, the second I got from like back to the hospital bed from the surgery, I remember going, "Oh fuck, my stitches have ripped," and the liquid from my stomach had mixed with the blood, so there was just this watery blood soaking me everywhere.
Ew.
But I got fixed up pretty quick.
Good. Okay. I'm glad.
But yeah, on a fun note, Mars.
Martyrs, yeah. There's not much. I don't want to make too many jokes on the end of this. There's not much else. If you have any thoughts, email in at theuncannyvalleypodcast@gmail.com. Follow us at The Uncanny Valley Pod on Instagram. Reach out, give us ideas, send us whatever. We'll read out some emails on the podcast. Next week, we're doing The House at the End of Time, which is also on Tubi.
Also, we do our little recommendations now. Chris, you wanted this to be a thing. Chris, who would you recommend this movie to?
I would recommend this movie to someone who wants their limits tested. Probably,
Really?
maybe
Okay,
not
I don't think
someone
it's
who has been doing that for a while. I'm sure you could recommend a lot more. But for someone who's into horror and getting more into horror and is trying to see where the barriers are for them, this is a good one.
I'd evidently say if you're going to recommend this to someone, anyone who's trying to get into French horror, I feel like this is a staple that kind of just cannot be ignored. Um, anyone that wants to see, like, probably what the I don't want to say the limits, because obviously we don't know the limits, but so far, what the best possible potential of a genre like French extremity or torture porn or whatever exploitation you wanna label this as. How something that you can take something that is typically just a genre film and is seen as trashy and not something typically used of any worth, and with just like a very small moment make it like one of the best horror movies of the modern era. Just with a little little sauce added on the end.
A little bit of sauce, yeah.
Also, if you're into some flaying, if you've been missing out on good flays, it's got an alright one.
There's a body horror. If you like body horror, is a good one.
I feel like you don't get the body horror towards the end.
Yeah, it's not intense, grotesque body horror, but they give you good moments. It's a good suggestive body horror.
Also, if you just want, I suppose, good vibes and bad vibes, this movie has some good vibes. I like the kind of happy guitar music.
True, yeah. Even it's weird how they overlay the happy music over the torture. It works.
Yeah, I
It's
forgot the
creepy.
happy music was in the film, and I put on the Blu-ray, and I was like, "Oh, that's a fun little thing they did for the menu." But no, it's in the film. But anyway, Martyrs next week. Whatever
The
the fuck
house
you
at the end
choosing
of
to do.
time.
And then the end of the month, we're finally doing Backrooms. I'm so excited to revisit Backrooms.
Hell yeah.
And
I'm
this is
excited to
typically
check it.
go, oh, I don't know where to cut it, and then I cut it right,